Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. That was a short break. Let's just get right back into doing horror movie reviews, right?
Sure.
Alright, cool. I'm Randy,
And I'm Steve.
and welcome to Cinema Therapy. This is Wolfman, directed by Lee Whannell. Is that how you pronounce it?
Lee Whannell?
Lee Whannell? Yeah.
I don't really know for sure. I think that's how you pronounce it.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Director of The Invisible Man, creator of Saw, Insidious, all those fun, scary movies.
Yeah.
This one is a new take, 2025 version of Wolfman. Just real quick, I just want to say that I like this one better than the last one.
I think it seems like every movie that's been called Wolfman or The Wolfman, etc., has never been exactly the same story or even in the foundation. I think the only thing that all of these Wolfman movies have in common is the fact that it's called Wolfman or The Wolfman and it's about a wolfman or wolfmen. I think that's really the only similarity between these stories. I actually think this one has been really negatively criticized, and I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the comments that's been shared out. I will go into this also saying I was not expecting a lot from this movie. I was not someone who really was excited to see this one. This is something that he wanted to see more. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. And I was like, maybe I'll just wait until spring because everyone's like, no, this movie's not that good. And I'm like, I'm not a huge like werewolf movie person. I like some, but I'm not usually like a huge like, werewolf movie. Some are really good. I like The Howling, for example.
Howling.
There's a couple really good ones, but usually this is not my favorite subgenre of horror. Is like monster movies or like wolfman movies. But this one I thought was actually really unique and different. It wasn't the scariest, but definitely had some good suspense, some good thrills,
tension,
and also very good emotional development. I guess I'll put it that way. I liked the characters. I think what's the actress's name?
Julia Gardner.
Julia Gardner from As Heart and 7A. I really like her in general. I think she got to show off her talents more in that movie in Part 7A. But I think for what she is used here, I think she is used well, especially once the movie really starts going. Once they start to go up to the cabin, that is when I think she really starts to shine.
And they make her smarter than what she actually is.
What she appears
to be, yeah.
What she actually is. I think I like how they subtly make her a very strong woman and they don't have to like boast about it. It's just casual. They really give her like a sense of like, I can do it myself. She doesn't really need help. But she also, they make her very sensitive, very resilient, very smart, very capable. And I liked that. I love the little girl and the chemistry between her and her father in the beginning of the
real relationship was between the girl and the father.
And that is what set this movie up beautifully for the drama of the movie. I loved how their relationship started from the get-go, between the two of them, between the father and the daughter. I thought that was just really, and since I kind of had an idea of what was coming, I knew it was going to try to, tug at heartstrings about that too. And I think I like how they did that. I like just the little subtle things they did to each other, just like, visually. I think as an actor, I think this movie was done very well. I will say that from an actor standpoint, this movie was done, I think, very well. I think the script, I like movies like this to have a little bit more lore about the creatures or the monsters, about what they're going to do with it. And it's okay if they didn't. That's just one, like, that. And I think the fact the ending came abruptly were my two biggest criticisms. Other than that, I think for what they did do with this movie, I think it's really good. I think you have to try to look at movies' positives other than its negatives, and I think there's a lot of positives here. I think other than the movie kind of ending abruptly and then certain things not being as, taken into context, I think there was some really good formula and content here that was really well delivered, and I don't know why it was so hated upon.
I will say that the movie it's weird to me. It's predictable, but it's not.
It's predictable because all these movies are the same.
Right, but I was expecting the story to go into a different direction than what it did.
I like that.
During the parts that it did go in, like I knew something was going to happen, but you just didn't know when.
Well, I think I have to be honest. I think in movies like this, it's something that's been done for almost 100 years or so. We've been making movies like this. And I think
And-
the general concept of these movies is very understandable and predictable.
And the wolf design did not. It was just there to me.
I actually liked. Well, okay,
He liked it.
I don't think it was okay. I don't think it was the most
I was
amazing
expecting
werewolf concept, but I think for what they did do with it, I liked it. It was simple, straight to the point, and it was effective. Especially the eyes. I loved the eyes of these werewolves. They were just
the eyes were cool.
haunting and beautiful, and also kind of scary. They had like these bluish gray, like spoilers, but they were like these bluish gray, like eyes that just glowed in the dark. I also, one thing that you haven't talked about yet that I'm going to, because I think is very unique to this movie, especially in the subgenre of horror, is I got to see what their take was on the werewolf's perspective when they're seeing you. I love getting to see in the werewolf's field of vision. I mean, even if it's, you know, it's what they want us to think it is, but still, I just think it's something fresh and unique, and I like that as a creative style, is being able to occasionally, they do these spin cams where you like go from
it
the
made
person.
me dizzy.
I think that was really, but I think this.
I mean, it was good, but it made me dizzy.
This kind of reminded me of Cronenberg's The Fly a little bit, and the fact there was a body horror and there was the emotional aspect between the characters, and the transition of him becoming a werewolf is a lot like that as well, I think. And I liked that. I think it was different.
Well, they used practical effects. They didn't use CGI.
No, and I could tell. I liked that. And I liked the visual
nice.
effects of
I will give it that credit.
of I think like being able to see from the werewolf's field of vision, I thought that was kind of cool. It wasn't overused, but there were scenes where it really did just show something kind of cool. You know, you'd spin from one character to the other character and back, and that was just a very powerful little thing, I think. Not everyone will like that, but I liked it.
But real quick, synopsis of this movie, if you're going into it blind,
Yeah,
it's basically this man and his wife and his child. His dad dies, and he goes back to his home in Oregon.
yeah.
Where they're cut off from civilization pretty much, and then like
In the woods.
shit just goes down, like immediately. Like you're just sitting there cruising, you know, you're just like, oh my god, when is this gonna go? Or
Well, I didn't really feel like
I
that.
didn't feel like that
didn't feel
all
like I
the
was
time.
bored.
But I wasn't bored. I was just like, oh, and then
I think,
bam.
I think even without the
It,
scares,
like,
this
happened.
movie had, you know, I think everyone that's judging this and like just being a scary movie alone, if you just look at it from an open mind perspective, I like the fact that this was character driven. They really built up the fact that we don't know where this is going to go for a long time. Not too long, but just enough to kind of keep you on the edge of your seat. I think
emotional. And
maybe some people got bored.
psychological.
I didn't get bored. I think they kept you on the edge of your seat just a little bit, not too much. And then, you know, things start to get weirder. They start to, like, assume certain things. The beginning had a great dose of suspense. I really like that.
Yeah,
The beginning was a great, powerful intro. I think the intro really got you hooked into it. And that's just me, maybe. I don't know. But I love the intro because it really gets you hooked into what's going to happen. The suspense, the little tiny details they show you in the cinematography, and just the way they do things like that. And I love how the beginning mirrors the ending. And if you watch the movie, you know what I mean, because there's a subtle scene where they're up on a deer watching point, like a hunting range. I give it 4 stars. I think this movie is good. I think
4 stars.
I think there could have been more, but I
gave it
think
4
for what
stars
it was,
too.
I think it was solid. I like this. I like this better than Invisible Man. You can shoot me on that. I like this better.
So yeah, definitely check this out in theaters.
Pretty good movie.
It was
I don't have a lot of
not
heavy
too bad of a
criticisms.
start to 2025.
I have a lot of criticisms. I just think I have a lot more of where this movie could have gone, to be honest. But I liked it a lot.
Like and follow for more.
Yeah.
Hit that button.
And go watch The Wolfman theaters if you want to.